Maddy and Jimmy. Guys, you are watching the Maddy and Jimmy live stream now. These boys from my hometown of Perth have been blowing Lego Masters' minds this week with rockin' steampunk islands, exploding banks, and of course a Hansel and Gretel gingerbread house that is so sweet. I had to check that I had diabetes after looking at it. Jackson and Alex, welcome back to the show, guys. How are you?
Guys.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Good. Yeah, really good. Thank you.
Amazing, guys. What a week.
You guys had a win on the Hansel and Gretel gingerbread house, but you've also got another win that you might not know about.
Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting.
True.
Guys, congratulations. You are Maddie's dad's favourite team.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's a huge one.
You guys get a massive tick of approval in Ken Tyres, Old Man Tyres.
What does Old Man Tyres call you guys?
He's calling you the Steampunks, so that's your official title.
I'll take that one over creative hipsters.
Love it. Love it.
We were, what were we? We were husband and wife. that was all we were. That was
very descriptive. Yeah, that says a lot.
No, but it's been so good to see you guys build, and what a week! What a way to start, hey? It's been absolutely incredible. Now in the first build, you guys created an epic steampunk island. It took you a little bit of time to get going, starting the whole planning process. I suppose it was your first build. What did it feel like to get the hard word from Brickman?
Yeah, you guys got
told
off.
Crazy to watch.
We went in there straight away. We were like, we're going to be very decided and considered. We're going to spend the time planning, and it's going to be worthwhile. And when we see everyone else building, don't panic. Just stick to your guns. We'll plan it out, and it'll pay off in the end. And it was the first time we'd met Brickman, and he walks up to us and goes, "How's Candy Crush going, boys?" And it was bizarre, and we didn't know how to react. It was a very strange moment, and definitely threw us a bit, but I think we rushed into putting some Lego bricks on the table after that point because it was very stressful.
We were literally about 30 seconds from running to the brick pit when he came up and asked us that. And then we had to get on the back foot and defend our admittedly quite extensive planning phase. But we got there in the end.
You totally did.
And it paid off. I mean, you guys made an amazing island. Although for a guy that wears glasses and wears a lot of floral shirts, Brickman is quite intimidating, isn't he?
He's straight up. He doesn't beat around the bush, Brickman. He gets straight to the point. He lets you know what he's thinking, and it's terrifying.
Totally. Well, you guys, you totally nailed it. And, Candy Crush or not, I was very, very happy with that end result. It was amazing.
Now, in episode 2, you guys got to blow stuff up, but rather than just focusing on the pyrotechnics, you guys added the extra, stunt, constructional, conceptual step of a hat flying off. I don't think our nation has ever been so focused on one tiny minifig hat, whether it would fall off a minifig's head or not. Was the pressure as palpable on set?
It was. You could have cut the tension with a knife. It was. Nobody knew what was going to happen. The trial runs had gone both ways, and it all hung in the moment. And I guess you could say we were brimming with excitement.
Yeah, Alex and I have definitely got a tendency to overthink things and overcomplicate things, and that whole hat scenario was a prime example of that. It really didn't need the whole degree of engineering that we applied to it, but it was really fun. So.
And it paid off, dudes. It looked amazing.
Looked so cool. However, although it was amazing, it got beaten by a flying shark. Is that controversial or a fair call in your eyes?
100%.
I think it's really cool. Yeah.
That shark was just unbelievable. I still remember standing there, and we'd all lost hope. The dust was settling, and it was all done. And then it just fell perfectly center frame as well. You could not, even if you stood there and dropped it from above the camera, it probably still wouldn't have looked as good. It was incredible.
It was like there'd been a drought, and we were like, there'll be no rains this year. And then one shark just
So good. Speaking of success, guys, your Hansel and Gretel build did win the third episode, and it was just phenomenal.
So good.
So good. So good that I want it to be made into a set. I need like Lego to get onto that ASAP with you guys. How did it feel to have your names called by Brickman?
It was amazing. It was so awesome to have our efforts recognized by Brickman. I think we can both say that this build was one of our absolute favorites. We're super proud of it, and it was just really cool to have that recognized.
It was bittersweet. Like we worked really hard on that one and we loved it, but it was the first elimination and we didn't want to celebrate too much getting the win because, you know, someone was going home.
Oh, of course.
And so I think for me, getting the win was the best part of it was just knowing that we weren't the ones going home, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they showed the big group hug because we were all very tight. So it was really nice to see someone go.
And I think that's a beautiful thing about this show, and it's definitely coming through in the second season as well, is everybody's helping each other. When things break, you know, other teams scramble to help, and it's just so gorgeous. We have some chats coming through.
Yeah, I do have a question, Jimmy, actually from Alice. And her question, guys, is, are you allowed to go to the toilet? Very hard-hitting question there, Jackson and Alex.
Oh, I was allowed to go to the toilet. Were you, Alex?
I don't recall being allowed out the door. No.
Yeah. Of course, we were allowed to go to the toilet. You can't expect anybody humanly possibly to last 15 hours in such intense build environments to not go to the toilet.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people ask that question, you know, like, did you guys build for the whole time? Were you allowed to eat? Were you allowed to go to the toilet? I would probably say that when doing anything, not going to the toilet is going to make it harder.
100%. Was it the first season? There was definitely a bit where Geordie was hopping up and down the spot trying to hold it in.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. They can go to the toilet.
Oh,
That's the thing with Geordie. It's like, is he excited or just does he need to go to the toilet really badly?
Well, he moves so quickly, you never know what's happening anyway. So
That's
exactly.
it. Well, guys, thanks for joining us once again. Please come on the show every week.
We love you guys.
No, thanks for having us. Anytime.
Steampunk.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Maddy and Jimmy.